party?
Yeah! Oh yes, let's go. All right, unicorn, sing. 1, 2. Oh, hello! Nice to see you. You look amazing. Oh my! Oh, I can show you that. Hi. Cool.
So how you doing, Rabbi?
How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you. So everybody, actually, you can even see on the TVs. So tonight we're doing Hanukkah here in the game room, but you'll see it on the community channel. We have Hanukkah around the world, and it's Dr. Hardoon and myself, and we travel to a different place in the world every night, and we're going to release it. We're like 5 nights into it. We're having a lot of fun.
Did they take you with them?
And when is that?
No.
Today, maybe.
You're gonna start seeing it on TV tomorrow after sundown, and every day there'll be another. The next night. This is the first night. You'll see. We went to Jerusalem, and then we kind of went to New York City. We went to Las Vegas. It's pretty interesting. I get him to do a lot of things that
He wouldn't do it.
he wouldn't normally do. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But this is great. We have everybody here, and you guys are here. And Rabbi, you're always welcome. My favorite was seeing him blow the shofar.
Oh yes.
Best odds of any gambling you'll find, nothing better than Vegas.
Oh, isn't that
You're
cute?
gonna win,
So
win,
cute. Oh,
spin, 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 and then stack, stack, stack. So it's even better. So over there, go ahead and divide that pile of coins. So we have, Julie, can I get one of you guys to help?
Oh, someone's been at this one. Was that you, Rabbi?
I cannot tell a lie. No, it was not. It was definitely not.
Oh, that. Oh.
See, I used to do it.
Still got it.
I haven't either, but I remember.
Does it have to
I
go
can
over
eat the
this?
coins too.
Ooh. Let's have a race. You do this one, and I do this one, my love. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm gonna explain.
It doesn't always go.
I brought dreidels that are labeled. So for those of you who have never seen Hebrew before in your life, it's okay.
I did it last year with the bigger ones.
So I want to give you a little history while we play this game.
It's easy as
You're working on your spinning, that's good, but let's take a look at what's on these dreidels. They all say the same thing with an asterisk. They all say the same thing on dreidels in America and other countries outside of Israel. They say Nun Gimel He Shin, which is an acronym. It stands for Nes Gadol Haya Sham in Hebrew, which means a great miracle happened there. If you buy one of these inside Israel, the last letter is different. It says Nes Gadol Haya Po, which means a great miracle happened right here. So I do have an Israeli dreidel in my office, and it looks weird because I grew up with these. So the diaspora, we have these. In Israel, they have the local version. Back in the day of the Maccabees, it was outlawed, learning Torah, teaching Torah, practicing Judaism, but we found a way around it. The Greeks must have thought we were the most compulsive gamblers they had ever met, because every time they came across the people, we were spinning these tops and betting coins. But really, the letters were there to teach us a Torah lesson, right under the watchful eyes of the Greek soldiers. So when they came by, well, yeah, it's a kid's game. We're playing for chocolate coins or M&Ms or Tootsie Rolls, whatever they had in ancient Judea at the time, right? But we kept that tradition alive by being a little sneaky about it. So that game survived to this day. So this is an easy game to learn and play. It's a game of chance, of course. And we start out by everybody puts a coin in the middle from their pot, so that you have a kitty. And then when it's your turn to spin, there are 4 possibilities. If you land on Nun, the first letter, nothing happens. Nun is for nothing, nada. You get nothing, but you lose nothing.
Nada.
All right, the next one looks like a Nun, but it says Gimel. You want the Gimel. Gimel is gimme. Give me the whole pot. Whatever's in the middle, you win the whole thing, and we start a new round. If you land on Hey, that's half. You get half the pot. That's not bad. And by the way, we round up here. So if there's 5 in the pot, you can have 3. All right. The one you don't want is the one that looks like a W. It says shin. You land on shin. You gotta put one in.
This one? Okay.
That's the one you don't want. Well, here, take a labeled one. They have the English words on the top, so you can't miss. Right? So I told you, worst odds in Vegas for the house, best odds for you. There's one neutral roll, 2 positive rolls, and only 1 bad roll that you don't want. And it only costs you 1, not your whole life's fortune. All right, so everybody put one in and take turns. You spin one person at a time.
She put one in.
She put one in.
1, 2, 3, 4 of you. We got 4 in the middle. All right, she's going first.
Hey,
We got nothing. Nothing.
Par for the course.
That's okay. Nothing bad happens either. That's good. Next up.
So where was the first?
Look at that.
Just spin it. Just spin it.
Are you spinning it this way or this way?
However you get it.
The way you have
However
it
you
now.
want to do it.
I think it's easier.
There we go.
Gimmels, give me everything. Start a new round.
She gets everything.
Woohoo!
Okay, so we have everyone.
Hey.
Hey, you get half. So 2 for you. Take 2
That
of the
wasn't
coins.
good.
I get 2 of
You
these?
get 2.
Hey.
2 is 1.
You gotta give them two.
So we're not. You can take 1.
Take one.
Now we're not playing for a big pot.
She got it.
Yes.
Go. Put one in. Yeah, put one in.
Put one in.
Back over to you. Go ahead. Spin again.
Mom, why don't you come on over here?
Now we don't want to do it?
Well, I'm gonna have you continue.
Nothing again. They get loaded dreidel
I'm
over
so
here.
lucky.
Well, it's not unlucky. It's neutral. All right, go ahead.
Good spin.
And what I
Look at that beautiful spin. And it's a gimmel. You in the whole pot. Look at you. Clear it up.
Left, center, right.
Ante, so everybody put one in. We start a new round. You're the next spinner. Put one in. Put one
Does it
in.
make any difference which one?
No, there's no denominations. They're all chocolate.
Oh, and you got some big ones there.
Shin, you put one in.
A little one, a little one. I'm not stupid. Yes.
Ooh, you're having good luck today, Reenie. Put one in. Shin has got a win.
All right, Laura.
All right. If you get another nun, I'm going to give you a new dreidel. Because that
I'm
one
going
is
home.
loaded. All right? Yes. Good spin.
Nice. Okay, now it's your turn.
And it's a hey, you get half. So there's 6, you get 3.
Laura, after 9, it's real money if you come back.
There you go.
No.
That's all right.
All right, you get half of 3. We'll give you 2. We're round up. There's no half coins. Nobody wants a half-eaten coin. That's not bad, not good.
Buddy, 3.
Money in?
Okay, spin.
No, only she did because she had
Should I put one in?
3 in a row. She got that shit.
You're good, you're good. We took care of
All
you.
right, your spin. Playing for 2. High stakes here.
He's a good spinner. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good.
Nothing.
Wow.
And the answer is, hey, half.
You get
Oh, it's
two.
good.
We got another
There
big
you
stack
go.
over here at the
All
World
right,
Series of
everybody's gonna
Dreidel.
spit up one again.
Shin, put one in. Put one in.
Like that.
Yeah, you lose. No, not so good.
Can't get it.
All right, Mrs. H. Gimmel! Big winner right here. I think it's fixed. You get the whole thing.
There you go.
Now, hang on. We gotta start a new round because we don't have any coins in the middle. Everybody put one in. Start a new round.
Gets everything.
So if Shin keeps happening in the pocket of the world, this has been a little fascinating area of study.
Give one.
Anybody can tell me where in the Torah it talks about Hanukkah? Maybe what book of Torah it might be in, or anywhere in the Bible that talks about Hanukkah? Anything?
Nothing.
That's
There's
a
nothing, is right.
Okay. That's a
You're
hay or
focused on the
a
dreidel, but it's the right
A
answer.
hay is half.
Hay is half. That is nothing.
Half. You take half
Same
of the
thing,
prize.
new dreidel, same results.
Let's take 2.
I'll do it when they're not
Doesn't
good.
matter.
They're really focused.
No, they are.
At the end, you cash these in for your gold coins.
Farmers with pitchforks got rid of war elephants and the Greeks and managed to retake not only Jerusalem, the temple, but eventually keep them all the way out of the land and reclaim independence. So we know that God had a hand in that because there was no way the odds were in our favor. That became a problem as we lived in other lands through the Middle Ages. Can you imagine this scene? You're a king and your courtier comes up to you and says, "Your Majesty, the Jews are having a festival today." Oh, marvelous. What are they celebrating? They're celebrating a military victory where they killed all of the people who ruled over them and revolted. Oh, really? I don't think the king would have been too happy to hear that. So we wanted to downplay the whole military victory revolution thing. So the rabbis of the Talmud said, let's talk about the oil instead. Maybe we'll focus on that. And that's persisted to this day. We put into our services every day a special prayer called Al Hanisim, which thanks God for all the miracles at this time of year, and doesn't once mention oil. It's not in the prayer. That came later. So the real victory, the real miracle is the victory that we managed to win, that we kept Judaism alive. By the way, 100% of the population of the world who were Jews lived in that land, so if this didn't go through, we would not be having this conversation. It was an existential threat. So that's the miracle. But the oil gives us rise to delicious food, right? Anything you can fry in oil, appropriate for Hanukkah. You name it. Deep fried Oreos? Why not? That's a thing. Yes, there's deep fried butter too, I understand. And Festa, oh my gosh. It comes with a free ambulance ride. Yeah. Right to the hospital. Okay? So we're going to have tonight Ashkenazi favorites. By the way, in the Sephardi world, they have a little different idea of delicacies. They have buñuelos, which are more of a pastry, kind of barekas, if you know that. They're stuffed with things, but still fried. And in different countries around the world, they have different traditions, because as I asked before, this holiday is post-biblical. There's nothing in the Tanakh about Hanukkah. The first and second book of Maccabees, to us, are interesting history documents, but they were not given the status of biblical books. So we have them as more of an eyewitness account to what happened, but it was after the Bible had been finalized. So that's one of the reasons why it's not as important as other holidays. So why are we doing this? Why are we making a big deal? Well, it's fun. We certainly are under obligation to light a menorah and to celebrate and rejoice, be thankful. But in America, we're usually up against another holiday at this time of year that you might have heard of. I understand. So, Minor Festival on the 25th, right? Yeah. Next year, by the way, beautiful. Christmas on the 25th. And as the sun sets, Hanukkah starts the same night.
Oh boy.
So I already know what I'm going to say about that one. It's like, okay, you're passing the torch. We'll keep the light going for the next 8 days, right? Oh. How beautiful is that? So some years it overlaps. This year it's a little early. Next year it'll be a little late. But in America, this became a gift-giving holiday. It never was. The gelt was the gift. This was it. I hope you enjoy. Right? Congratulations. But then when you had little Tommy come home from school and all his friends got really cool Christmas presents and all I got was a chocolate coin, it became a gift-giving holiday in this country. We actually have a holiday we're supposed to give gifts on. That's Purim. That comes in the spring. But the commercialization of Christmas, as people have bemoaned in this country, we're catching up. I was able to purchase Christmas or Hanukkah gnomes this year. What part of the Hanukkah story does this guy come in, right?
Yeah.
Is this Judah Maccabee? Is it Maccanome? I don't know what you call that. But there's Hanukkah lights, like Christmas lights, and it's not meant to be a competition. There's amazing Hanukkah lamaka sweaters. I have one as well.
Do you really?
I went with my Meowsel Tov t-shirt. Okay, so the ugly sweater has now morphed in like we just want to play too.
That's right.
That's what it comes down to. And as long as you're rejoicing, the central mitzvah is the light of the menorah. And we're supposed to display that to the world as proof that God does miracles back then and even more today. With applesauce, I'm team applesauce. I know some people were team sour cream, but I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm team applesauce. So if you can't get up, let's do that. If not, my helpers will help you make you a plate, and I'll get the music going, and we'll eat.
You got that, Cal.
Eat it like that.
I got it.
Back in the bottom. Back in the bottom. In the bottom.
You guys want?
I thought now kids. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, please.
What's wrong with this?
Right?
make a plate for each one and we'll deliver it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta see if these are as good as mine. Who made them? His wife made them? The synagogue. Volunteers. I did them nice. How come Funky doesn't come up to something like this? Funky. The applesauce is good too. Oh yeah, that's a must. Yeah.
He's getting his arm here. I just gotta get your.
So oh boy, I miss this.
Oh, everybody has?
This is delicious.
So I brought one of my family's favorites. We have probably a dozen in my household. We had a tradition where each child got to light their own, and my wife lights their own. Everybody gets to do the mitzvah for themselves. So lots of light on the 8th night. You can imagine 5 menorahs going in my house. You do the math. That's 45 candles. It's a lot. It's a very broad, but that's the whole idea. So some of the rules. First, there's a specific order to light these. We load the candles going that away, from right to left, the same way we read Hebrew, but we light them this away. So tonight, it doesn't matter, there's only one. But tomorrow, candle number 2 will get lit first. And then 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I never knew that
Great
they did
debate
it
among
that
the
way.
rabbis about how you're supposed to do this. Again, this is not in Torah. This is not in the Bible anywhere. We're just supposed to have light for 8 nights. That could mean anything. So Hillel and Shammai, the great thinkers who lived in the Second Temple period, got into a fight. Shammai says, you know what, we'll start with 8, and each night we'll take one away. Just like the little cruise of oil had 8, and then it got less and less each day, but it never burned out, and we could do it that way. It's logical, it works. Doesn't seem right though, does it? We know that we didn't rule that way. Hillel says, no. Anytime you're doing something with holiness, you go up, you don't go down. So start with 1 and build up to 8. And the rabbi said, I like that idea better, and that's what won out. Interestingly enough, we're approaching the darkest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Would be the 21st of December, is this right? The solstice. And the month is running out. Hanukkah begins tonight, the 25th of the month of Kislev. 5 more days, the month is done. When there's a new month, there's a new moon right before it. So the sky is empty of light as we're building it up. So we're basically taking that little sliver of moonlight, we're saying we'll take it from here for the next 8 days. We light the menorah, put light out into the world, and then at the end of Hanukkah, the moon's on its way back. But as the day is getting short and the night is getting the longest, we fight that by putting more light out into the world with our menorah. Let me tell you, this year, that means a lot more than it normally does. There's a lot of darkness that's been let out into the world in the last few months. So one of the best things we can do is increase the light output. And here's the best way to do it. Last but not least, we are not supposed to derive any benefit from the light of the menorah. We're not supposed to sit and read a book by it. We're not supposed to cook something over it. I don't know why you would do that. The idea is just to look at them and remember the miracle. Well, we are going to dim the lights here so we can play with the 3D glasses, but then we're going to turn them back on. They're supposed to burn for 30 minutes minimum, but they can be anything you want. They can be little candles I got out of a box. They can be homemade. Some people still like to use oil. It's a lot messier, but it is a little more authentic.
I don't know anybody that uses that anymore.
And it's perfect. You're a little off from the fire sprinkler.
Oh, good. We don't want that to go on. That would be bad. So I'm going to hand out some sheets here, and on the back, I'll keep these as well, especially those of you who have a menorah in your residences. These have the blessing, so you can follow along with me tonight and the rest of Hanukkah. And on the front is Ma'oz Tzor, which we're going to sing. Rock of Ages, the probably most famous Hanukkah song. Beautiful story about lighting a candle with another candle. It's the one time that you can give something away and it doesn't diminish what you have at all. Some people would say you can do that with love too, but right now we'll talk about fire. Okay? So you can light a pretty much infinite number of candles off of your one, and that's a beautiful thing we need to hear right now, this time of year with all the trouble in the world, that you can spread light to as many people as you can, and it doesn't take away from what you have yourself. So it's illustrated in how we're going to light this helper candle, and then we're going to use that to light the rest of them as we go through Hanukkah. So we only take the flame to the one in the middle. Tonight, because it's the first night, we do an extra blessing, which thanks God for getting us to this point in time. Anytime we encounter something brand new, first time in a while, a new holiday, a new season, you get a new suit, you're supposed to say it. You eat a new fruit you haven't had in a long time. You see a friend you haven't seen in months. Same blessing. Thank you for bringing us to this moment so we can celebrate it together. All right? If you know the melody, great. If you don't, you should sing even louder. All right? So we'll light the shamash first, and then we will sing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. Number 2. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim ha'hem. Number 3 for the first night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lahazman hazeh.
I feel like we're
All right,
on
get a
night
good
number
shot of
5.
that.
Doing it every night. 4 nights. I'm in the future.
You're in the future.
No, let me get that nice and melty.
Hold it.
There we go. All right, turning it over, we sing Ma'al Sor. We're only going to do the one verse out of the 900 that there are of this song, or so. It feels like it sometimes. And I have it there with the transliteration. But some of you, I think this will bring you right back. All right? Ma'al Sor Yeshuati Lechana Elishabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati V'sham Toda Mizabeach Le'etachin Matbeach Mitzoram Nabeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Chanukat HaMizbeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Chanukat HaMizbeach. Now for your special treat, let's get the lights. We're going to hand out these. So you fold them and put them over your glasses and look at the menorah. By the way, those of you with, it only affects the points of light. So look at the menorah.
Wild to it.
There's one.
Thank you.
There's one.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Look at it from all sides. Maybe
Can I shoot mine?
yeah.
Get him to the doctors.